Hi everyone, this is another pick a card reading. So today's question is, what is my destined career? So we have 3 piles, and pick which pile resonates most with you. So go with your gut, your intuition. You can also pick more than one pile if more than one pile resonates with you. Thanks for watching. So these are the cards for pile number 1. So let's see. We have the Hangman in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Hierophant. And then for your oracle cards, we have Lost and Found. You can't really see that. Here, I'll do these later. So for your tarot cards, we have I'm sensing for your career, I feel like you have to do something creative because we have wands and swords energy. So something with the mind and doing something creative, and with the Hierophant, I feel like you want something with stability because it represents like traditions, conventions, expectations. So I feel like definitely a 9 to 5 job, or at least something that gives you stability. At least, because with this Hanged Man in reverse, I feel like you want that goes along with this Hierophant card. So it's just like I feel like you want to be self-sufficient, to be kind of independent, and you also want to be stable. So maybe some of you might want to be entrepreneurs, or work for like a big company. I feel like very business oriented. With the Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you guys want something stable, like hardworking, honest, like just like a normal life with this Hierophant, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Hanged Man. Something that will keep you self-sufficient, honest, like hardworking, something that you can like you're kind of like staying in one place, building a foundation type. I'm sensing very earth energy, like Taurus. Some of you might be a Taurus. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you have like a lot of ideas with this Eight of Wands energy as well. So I feel like a lot of you might be entrepreneurs, or like you might um be like in a high up position, because I feel like a lot of you generate a lot of ideas with this Eight of Wands energy. So I feel like some of you are like me. I feel like maybe you work in like marketing, because you kind of generate like a lot of ideas, like quick thinking, like news. Some of you might be like journalists because you're always trying to come up with new ideas as well. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, let's see. Yeah, I feel like you're just like very, like, I feel like you just like things to progress in your career, like step by step, like not be like super fast. Like you just want to build, you know, which is like representing a lot of this stability as well. But I feel like a lot of you have a lot of ideas. So I feel like you want something that is like creative, but like also brings you stability as well. You know, with this Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel like it's something, I feel like you're gonna be working at a large company, or a company that provides you with a lot of benefits, a lot of stability. Like, I feel like you might be like climbing up the corporate ladder. Like, you might do that as well with all these cards, you know. But I feel like you want creativity with it. So I feel like marketing, what I said, you could do journalism, what I said. Just like that's what I'm sensing from this cards. So we have the Oracle cards. Lost and Found, Light, New Beginnings. The fairy godmother handed out joyous news of a new baby. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of you might be focused on, like, you guys might have a big focus on family, or you might work with kids as well. So it could be a teacher. Oh, I'm sensing teacher, you know. I'm sensing teachers because they have a very stable job, and with this new beginnings and baby and light, you know. I feel like you have to work. Also, like, you feel like you want to help people and help kids as well, is what I'm sensing from these oracle cards, you know. So another thing, yeah, I'm really sensing like teacher here as well. I feel like either like someone who works in corporate, with what the tarot cards are saying, and then these lost and found. So some of you may be like a teacher, you know. Some of you may also be kind of like school counselors as well, guidance counselors, even like there maybe like therapist, or yeah, I'm sensing like therapist, or like there's like another type therapy that I'm trying to remember the word, but like, because I feel like you're trying to help people find the light again, this lost and found in light card. So I feel like you're trying to find, you're trying to help people find their way, you know. So that's what I'm seeing. And then we have these like specific profession cards. We have Edward the Eighth. We have Sigmund Freud. Yeah, like I said, like psychologist, therapist type. And Serge Gainsbourg. Okay. Yeah, like I was seeing, like these two look like very corporate to me, like wearing suits a lot. So I feel like it's definitely something to do with working in a large company as well. And so you're just like, just trying to climb the corporate ladder, you know. Like, I feel like you want to do marketing, some type of business, or you may even be your own entrepreneur because you have all these like great ideas. But I feel like you might be like a co-CEO, or you might, you know, I just feel as if you want stability in your life. And the Sigmund Freud is like that, definitely that energy of being a therapist and everything. Serge, a French popular music. So he's a musician. So I feel as if I feel like this taps into your creative side as well. So you have to have something that's creative. But I just like, I don't really see you as the starving artist type because there's so much like stability cards here. But like you need to do something creative for sure. Like something that balances that like you need like stability and like at least financial stability this with your creative part, you know. And then Edward the Eighth, I feel what I feel like he's like a king, or I'm trying to find him in this book. Oh, yeah, he was the king of the UK. Yeah, so I feel like your head, so you might be like a CEO boss type. Like I feel like you're a manager. Oh yeah, you're a manager. Like you might be a manager of some creative field. Like you could be a manager in the music industry to connect these two. So like I feel like you might work on the business side of the music industry as well with this. That's what I'm getting. So but I can also see like psychologists, therapist type with this what I was saying before, you know? With Sigmund Freud came out. So let's do your charms to get something more. Okay. And made with love. Yeah. I just sense that a lot of you are your family's very important to you, and you might just like work with kids like love. Might be an air sign. Love, yeah. A lot of like hearts. Elephants. F, H. Careers could start with F or H. Yeah, I'm seeing like angel. I'm seeing like kind of a lot of stars, butterflies. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like love, butterflies, intelligence, healing. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like. I feel like you are one to chase after what you want with this dream catcher, like especially dreams and this rockets. So I feel like you just want to propel ahead as much as possible with this rocket card. Feel like the keys, you just know what you want in your life, which is like really great. So I feel like a lot of you are just like very, I know what I want to do type of thing. And this healing card, yeah, that refers to like healing people and things, and butterfly. It's like this butterflies like mean like transforming people, like this healing. I feel with the elephants cards, like you may be like, I think it ties into that creative energy, you know, of just you want something to be creative in your life, you know. What is it? Looks like it says two, so two might be significant as well. Feel like, yeah, with this healing love, like bumblebee, like you're a hard worker, like you are just someone who goes after what you want in a very stable way, you know, but you also like know that this is what you want. Like for you, you want that stability and you want that 9 to 5. And like I feel like with these suns, you're going to get that stability. Like I feel like you're air and water sign as well with these. Yeah, like you know what you want. Compass, direction. You know, I just feel a lot of you are just, you could also work with animals as well. I'm seeing could be a scientist, you could work with animals, veterinarian type. But I feel as if like teachers coming out, psychology therapists, and also like marketing manager type positions is what I'm seeing, you know? So that's all for pile one. If you like this reading, please consider subscribing. Thanks. So these are the cards for pile number two. So we'll start with your tarot. So we have Six of Swords in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, the Five of Pentacles upright, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I feel as if a lot of you are, with this, like, I feel like some of you might be, helping others through a dark time with this Four of Swords in reverse. Because usually this means, like, upright positions like recovery, retreat, rest, renewal, solitude. I feel like some of you may work with people who are, going through something, with that. And then this Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I just feel as if a lot of you are meant to help people who aren't, moving on. Who aren't, who haven't fully recovered. They're reaching their type of bottom. They're reaching their, I feel like a lot of you are meant to, I feel, lawyers, like criminal law, justice with these cards. Like people are struggling, so I feel like you might work for the government and as well. Like I'm sensing public sector with these cards. Like you want to help people. You could be like a politician as well. Like you're just really trying to help people. I feel lawyer as well because you really want to help people through their financial or, struggles, like their struggles through life. So I feel like you like nonprofit organizations that like help people find themselves again, to help them like Four of Swords upright, to recover, renew themselves. So criminal justice, lawyers, like you could do a lot of pro bono work. Or you could work in nonprofits, helping, or like you could work at a food shelter, food pantries. I just like helping people cope with something. You could also be a therapist as well, like depression. You could help people with depression as well. So you could be like a clinical psychologist. So I feel as if you really are meant to help people get through their lows of their life. So I just believe that like some of you are just so great at helping people find their way again. So that's what I'm sensing. So for the oracle cards, we have look in a book, find balance, inspiration. Yeah, you inspire others. So you inspire others to be like, I can make change in my life. You're like a big role model. Like that's what your life purpose is, to help people find the inspiration in themselves again. So you could just even be like a life coach type of thing as well. But yeah, and then look in a book. I feel like you might educate kids as well. So you might be like a role model to teach like students. So you could be a professor, you could be a teacher, but I'm sensing like guys are like child psychologists or child, like you work with kids, so you might be a pediatrician type, maybe is what I'm sensing, like something to do with kids and education. You might be like a career person, like a career, like there's like career center, career guidance. You might be as there that as well, like help people find balance again, help people find the balance in life, because they might be like yeah, I think you're really meant to help people. Like you could be a professor, teacher, guidance counselor, maybe with this look in a book. I feel like you maybe work in higher ed, you could do that as in like higher ed, but like helping people. So you could work in the counseling center in like a college as well. So I just feel like you're meant to help people find their way back. And so we have Britney Spears, Lord Byron, and Queen Victoria. Yeah, so I feel like Queen Victoria is kind of like a model for a lot of people. Like you're just like someone who is so like people are drawn to you to look for advice. So this Queen of Victoria card. So you could be like type of politician. I think Lord Byron is also a politician. Like you could be a politician that advocates for the poor, that advocates for people who don't have everything that they need. Like I think that's what these are hinting at. And like Britney Spears, I feel as if she's had some ups and downs in life. So that's what I'm reflecting on. Like you're helping people who have had big lows in their life. Like she had like her big meltdown, I think along like 2007, 2008 maybe. So I feel like you're maybe helping someone who has very low lows. But you could also be, I'm sensing like maybe like musical therapy as well. I'm just getting that side note with this Britney Spears card. Like you want maybe like music as an outlet to help people as well. But I'm sensing like a politician type. Let me like politician. Yeah, queen. Yeah. So Queen Victoria is obviously the queen. So I feel like people look up to you, and like you might be a politician. I said that in the very beginning. Like you want to help people. And Lord Byron, I think, is also a politician. But let's see. I'm trying to look him up. Yeah, poet, politician. Yeah, so I feel as if like connected with politics. So you might even be a judge as well, or a lawyer. You could be a lawyer type. So let's pull out the charms and see what we get. Yeah, like this painter art thing came out. So I feel like maybe some of you are meant to heal people, to help people get through a hard time using art. So painting, maybe music as below. I'm sensing a lot of like romantic as well. Does it put that? Yeah, I feel like you're giving love to people with this charm right here. like you're giving love. And then you have the World card, and you have like, so I feel like maybe, and like Paris. So I feel like maybe you are meant to like travel around the world helping people. So you might be involved with UN, UNICEF, that type of thing too. Oh, like you could be like UNICEF, UN, that type of thing. I'm sensing flower because you want people, yeah, two flowers. You want people to grow, you know? You want people to plant roots with this anchor and like this tree. Like you want people to blossom and be healthy again, you know? Like you want to give love to people. Like, yeah, it's just like, let's see what that is. Like I feel as if you want to give people the ability to say yes, you know, with this key. Like, oh, the death, yeah. So you want people to be rebirthed, you know, another travel type. So I feel like maybe you might be traveling internationally, like UNICEF type, UN type thing. Yeah, that looks like another world. Hello, oh. You want people to be peaceful and sleep again, like unicorn transformation. You want to transform people just for you. Like you give love to people so that they can become better. Another flower, like intelligence. Maybe you might help people. That might represent you might help people in like some education type, you know? Elephant, butterfly, yeah. Maybe you want people to find the fun side of life with this elephant again, and this turtle is kind of like you want to help them swim towards their future. And crown, like I feel like you might have a lot of success stories with these wings, like people are flying again, you know? This deer. So that's what I'm saying for pile number 2. If you like this reading, please consider subscribing. Thanks. So these are the cards for pile number 3. So we're going to start with your tarot. This one had a lot of tarot cards because they just came flying out. So I feel like Spirit wanted to tell, the universe wanted to tell us something important. So we have the 9 of Swords. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. We have the King of Swords upright. We have the Lovers. We have the 10 of Cups. Yeah, some love energy coming in. And then we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Here, I'll put this up here. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I'm sensing a lot of love energy right here. With the 10 of Cups, the Lovers, and 9 of Cups. Honestly, I'm getting like, might want to be like a wedding planner. Like, that's like the vibe I'm getting from this. Like, 9 of Cups, the Lovers, and 10 of Cups. Like, you want to see people like happy and be in a successful marriage, and you know, wishes come true, abundance. Like, I feel like you witness people becoming married, so I feel like you guys are like a wedding planner, or at least a lot of you are like very romantic. So I feel like you want to do something with love. So you might be like an event planner as well, because you could also plan like engagements, babies, that type of thing. So you have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, rock bottom. Like, we just have very stark energy with these cards. Like, from here, and then we have the King of Swords, 10 of Swords in reverse, Wands in reverse, and 9 of Swords. Yeah, with this 10 of... I feel like maybe... Like, it's like two very opposite energies. It's about King of Swords, 9 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, feel as if, hold on, let me rearrange. Like this Nine of Wands in reverse, I feel, fucking hell. I just feel like there's like a Nine of Swords. Okay, sorry for the distraction. So, we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups, like I said, event planning as well. And then we have this very dual energy of Nine of Swords, King of Swords. Oh, King of Swords I feel like could be connected with this, the Lovers, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups. Like, you guys are very strategic and can plan everything out very thoughtfully. And there's like Nine of Wands in reverse. Like, you're just very open to a lot of things. Like, you're not defensive, not keeping boundaries. Like, you're just open to whatever your clients may want for event planning, and you are able to plan that out. But I feel with this Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords upright, this Ten of Swords in reverse. Maybe some of you are meant to comfort people, like, for some of you, if the event planning type doesn't resonate with you, or you may work as like a oh, I see, maybe you guys are like marriage counselors or marriage therapists, like family counseling, family therapist types, because I see this like family type here, very happy, but I feel like maybe sometimes they're like going through a hard time, hitting rock bottom, like helping people recover from the issues of their marriage. And you guys are very good at that with this King of Swords energy. So that might be what it's referring to, or you might just help people go through hard times as well, like therapy. But I feel like maybe you're meant to do this with families, like working with families, kids, for sure. I'm sensing like family planning maybe, or you might help kids, maybe help people with fertility issues as well, I don't know. Like, maybe some of them are struggling with fertility, I'm getting that, I don't know why, so you might be somebody who helps people have kids with this Nine of Cups. I don't know, I'm sensing that energy, but like, just like, you want to help people recover from rock bottom. So you might just be a general therapist, counselor type. Or like event planning, because I feel like you might, with this 9, 10 of Cups lovers, like, especially with love, so like baby showers, or engagement parties, that type. So you might be an event planner as well. Or someone who helps, who does those events, so maybe like catering, florist, cake person. I just feel like stuff that's related to weddings, with this side here, but could help people. So that's what I'm seeing. And now we're gonna pull the rest, the oracle cards. So we have precious time, transformation. Yeah, you might, with this transformation card, this is referring to that energy of helping people get through something. So I feel like that's reflecting this family counselor type. Precious time, I feel like, refers to the fact of this King of Swords energy where you're like, I really want to help people. Can you see that? Precious time, yeah. I feel like you really want to help people. Well, you're very good at time management and how to plan this huge event in this like short amount of time, because like event planning, you need to have like, so I feel like you're very on top of things, not a procrastinator, and you can like manage everything. So, yeah. This is what I'm seeing. I feel like they are just, really trying to say, like, you are an event, like, you could be planning events and stuff, or really help people with kids, families, like nonprofit work as well that deals with families, kids, I don't know, that like fertility issues as well, so maybe like a kind of a doctor, nurse, like I said. So we have specific careers. Elizabeth the First. Elizabeth the First, Mary Shelley, and Albert Einstein. Let's see. Mary Shelley, I feel like, is a writer. Am I correct? Elizabeth the First is some type of queen. Albert Einstein is a genius scientist. But I feel Mary Shelley writes. Oh, she wrote. Yeah, so she wrote Frankenstein, which is. So she's a novelist. So you could potentially write romance novels to connect with the romance as well. And maybe some of your stories have this type of like background of like trying to recover from a previous heartbreak and then they find a new marriage type thing. Oh, they could also be like divorce. You could be like divorce. Like I'm sensing divorce. Like maybe like divorce lawyer maybe. Or you could work like I said like marriage counseling, family counseling, maybe divorce lawyer, or working with divorce C's, I guess. I'm not, that's what I'm sensing as well, what to connect it to. Elizabeth the First is a, like, queen, king. What could she do? So strong, it says she's a strong, independent woman, but had hard time finding romantic partners. So I'm sensing maybe, like, divorce type. You could also work with divorce, like, on this side. Albert Einstein, I feel like you're just very smart. Like, you might be very highly educated. Like, you could be a professor that studies psychology of love. You know, with this Albert Einstein guide. Or the science of love, for sure. Or, yeah, I feel like with this Albert Einstein, you may have, like, PhD high up. Like, you could study, like, you're interested in the romantic side and helping people, so I feel like you might be highly educated therapist, psychologist, etc., you know? I feel like you could be a romance novelist with this, politician. I'm not saying politician, but I feel like this refers to the fact that she wasn't very successful in having romantic partners, so I feel like maybe divorce type is what I'm seeing with this side, you know? You could work with divorces, or you could help people recover their marriages, or, like, make them realize that their marriage isn't worth saving, or there are just too many irreconcilable differences, I think that's what it's called. So, like, that's what I'm seeing. Let's do the charms. I feel like I need to put money. Grandma. Okay, yeah. So I feel like maybe some of you are like older type. Like, you help younger people with this grandma type of card. Feel like earth and air signs. Yeah, art maybe could help people through art. Feel like that means like artistic. Like Paris, romantic. There we go, with this heart as well. Unicorn. I feel like, yeah, you're, yeah, this, like, I feel like represents weddings in this case, you know? This flower, so florist maybe. Like, something to do with weddings. Like, you have this heart and moon, like, two people coming together type. Yeah, butterfly transforms someone's day. Like, flowers, I'm sensing more flowers, wings, heart. I'm just sensing, like, you work romantic. You work with romance somehow. This, like, elephant, unicorn, yeah, transformation. Love, like, you're helping people. I feel like it might be very lucrative as well with this money. Crown, yeah, I just feel as if this refers to King of Swords energy. Like, you're just very time management with this bumblebee worker as well. But I feel as if you really want people, yes, no, maybe. Like, I feel like that represents, like, weddings and flowers. I feel like you might be a florist as well, or you might... This just represents, I feel like, some creative type. Like, creativity, you know, art. Like, I feel like you think it's an art, whatever you're doing. That. Like, I feel like you think event planning is an art, which it kind of is. Flowers, elephant. I see, like, this elephant head. What is this? Yeah, I feel like you're just, like, very slow and steady. TF. Florist. FT. Therapy. Yeah, I just feel you're meant to be event planning or, like, helping people strip back with this, like, fish and thing. And this, like, represents kind of a darker energy, like, where it's like they're like just crawling through. So I feel like you might be helping people through a dark time. But I'm seeing florist maybe. Yeah, death. Like, it could be like time for a change. Like, also with the butterflies as well, like time to start again. So it could represent like divorce or separation type. You might work with that. Orange, purple. I'm just sensing like it's like very regal. So I feel like you're doing like parties that are regal, like event planning type of stuff. Like, I'm just seeing elephant, more creative energy type. So I feel like you might be, yeah, this owl represents like the educated. You might be lucky as well. You got, like, that luck might be, yeah, you just might be lucky in general. Got the sea turtle. I feel like you're just happy event planning or trying to help people find out if it's time to move on or if it's worth saving. Like air and earth. I think I already said that. So this is all for pile number 3. If you like this reading, please consider subscribing. Thanks.